A new Israeli law that makes death by hanging a default sentence for Palestinians convicted in military courts has drawn fierce international condemnation. 8 Muslim-majority nations have jointly condemned the legislation, calling it a dangerous escalation. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has called it a breach of international law. And even Israel's closest Western allies are expressing serious concern. On Monday, Israel's parliament passed a law establishing death by hanging as the default sentence for Palestinians convicted in military courts of deadly attacks. But critics say the law is not applied equally. It targets those convicted of attacks aimed at, quote, ending Israel's existence. In practice, that means Palestinians face the death penalty for crimes that Jewish Israeli citizens committing similar acts would not. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas was swift and unequivocal in his response, condemning the legislation as a direct breach of international law and calling it a doomed attempt to intimidate the Palestinian people. The condemnation did not stop there. In a joint statement released by Pakistan's foreign ministry, 8 Muslim-majority nations — Pakistan, Turkey, Egypt, Indonesia, Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates — came together to strongly condemn the law. They described it as a dangerous escalation and emphasized the urgent need to step back from measures that risk further inflaming an already volatile situation on the ground. The joint statement stressed the importance of accountability and called for strengthened international efforts to uphold stability and prevent further deterioration. From neighboring Afghanistan, the Taliban government also weighed in, terming the law a continuation of oppression and calling on international organizations and influential countries to take immediate and practical steps to stop such actions. Criticism has not been limited to the Muslim world. The European Union, Germany, and Canada have all expressed opposition to the legislation. A significant moment, given that these are traditionally among Israel's closest allies, at a time when Israel is already facing intense scrutiny over increasing settler violence against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. Supporters of the law argue the death penalty will serve as a deterrent, discouraging Palestinians from carrying out attacks against Israelis or attempting kidnappings to use as leverage in prisoner swap negotiations. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, apparently aware of the scale of the backlash, has reportedly asked for some elements of the legislation to be softened, according to Israeli media reports. The law has exposed deep fault lines, not only between Israel and the Arab and Muslim world, but also between Israel and its Western allies. Critics say it represents a legal double standard that enshrines inequality into law. Supporters say it is a necessary measure for security. What is clear is this: the international community is watching, and the pressure on Israel is growing. We will continue to follow this developing story and bring you updates as they come in.